Welcome back to Draft House, everyone. We are doing a mock draft for the New Orleans Saints today. They are eighth in the draft order. They're a team that has Tyler Shuck, who they're probably going to give a chance to start again next year and see what he's got for a full season. Kellen Moore had a pretty solid first year as a head coach, given the talent on the roster. But they have some holes they need to fill, and we're going to try to do that with this mock draft. Reminder, probably won't do trades in these mock drafts. It's just kind of like one of those things where how often do they actually come to fruition when you do it for every team? So, we'll stick to what is available here. And as a reminder, like and subscribe. We'll be doing every NFL team before and after free agency. All right, so pick number 8. There's a chance one of the wide receiver fall, one of the top two wide receivers fall in, Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson. Mekhi Lemon could be the pick, kind of give another wide out besides Chris Olave to use after trading Rashid Shaheed. But I think probably go Peter Woods and improve the interior of the defensive line here. Could also go offensive line, but we'll go Peter Woods. It took Brian Brzee a couple of years ago also of Clemson, but Peter Woods is a different type of player and a guy who I think can really help that run defense. All right, so next pick up, we are going to have pick number 42 here. Could take Jennings Dunker, a tackle who's going to move into guard at the next level. But honestly, they could sign a guard. Guards aren't always the most expensive in free agency. I think we're going to take Chris Bell, the wide receiver out of Louisville. Very athletic player, a guy who can catch and run after the catch pretty well. But he is coming off an injury, so that'll be something they have to check out at the combine. Maybe he's a guy who falls by the time the draft comes around, or by the time the combine comes around here too. All right, so we're gonna switch it over to our picks here. Pick number 73. Got the defensive lineman. Got Chris Bell at wide receiver. We can see if we can get an interior offensive lineman, preferably a guard. A little bit of a reach. Let's go Chase Basantis, the offensive guard for Texas A&M. Texas A&M's offensive line played really well this year. I think he could be a plug and play guy even in the third round. Pick 132. Could have waited for Keelan Rutledge too. I think he's a guy who has some potential too. There's you could double up on wide receiver just to get a little bit more help. Um, we'll go Thaddeus Dixon, the corner out of North Carolina. Um, round 4, not expecting him to start right away, but maybe he can develop into a solid starting corner down the road. Pick 137. Let's go Harold Perkins. We're taking him a lot of mock drafts around this range. Obviously LSU to Saints connection will be pretty cool. And you have to figure out how you're going to use him. He's a guy who's a athlete who's played everywhere. He's played on the edge. He's played linebacker. He's played a hybrid safety role. But at the very least, maybe you get a superstar special teams guy who kind of finds a role somewhere on this defense. All right, so next one up, pick 148. Can go a couple different directions here. Um, let's let's get another weapon for Tyler Shuck for next year. Let's go Daquan Wright, the tight end out of Ole Miss. He's made some really good highlight plays, very good target to use, fifth round pick. If he turns into something, that's great. If he doesn't, that's fine too. All right, so pick 170. Um, let's double up on defensive lineman. Let's get Xavier Harris. He's also a bigger defensive lineman. Later round pick, he kind of like loses leverage too much because he's very tall, but a guy in the late rounds I don't mind taking a flyer on. And maybe get like a different position here, or again, this late in the draft to pick 189, looking to get a guy who can play some special teams. Let's get Vincent Anthony out of Duke. Let's add another young developmental pass rusher to this unit. So let's see what they give us as a grade here for this 2026 NFL mock draft. Uh, clicking the wrong thing there. Looks like a B plus overall. We'll go through the picks real quick. We have Peter Woods, the defensive lineman from Clemson, improve that interior defensive line. That'd be a really good pick, I think, if he falls to them. Pick 42, excuse me, in the second round here. Wide receiver Chris Bell out of Louisville, a very good athlete, but he's coming off an injury. I think he has a very different skill set than Chris Olave. I think that can really complement the offense. Chase Basantis, the offensive guard from Texas A&M, a guy I think you probably could plug and play right away at guard if you need to, but they also could add something in free agency as well. Thaddeus Dixon, the corner out of North Carolina. Harold Perkins, the linebacker out of LSU. Could he play a different position? Could he line up on the edge? Sure. Tight end Daquan Wright from Ole Miss, defensive lineman Xavier Harris from Ole Miss, and edge Vincent Anthony Jr. out of Duke. So they give me a B plus. Let me know what you think of the draft in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite pick is, what your least favorite pick was, and we will go through them as we get here. we have more mock drafts coming up, so make sure to like and subscribe as we go along. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.